Today on AFRICA360 Online TV, we have Linus Okorie.
There are over 5,000 definitions of leadership, but the one that excites me, that I've actually taken as a great definition of leadership, is the one given by my mentor, Dr. Miles Monroe. I had invited him to Owerri to speak to 1,500 young people, and before his speech, he said, "Linus, do you know that there are over 5,000 definitions of leadership?" So leadership is the ability to inspire, motivate, drive a group of people towards a particular direction by inspiration, not intimidation or manipulation. At the center of that definition is simply stated: a leader is someone who has the capacity to inspire, motivate a group of people towards a particular direction by inspiration, not intimidation or manipulation. So the leader, as a result of his character, his values, his worldview, what he believes in, the way he does his things, because he cares, he influences his followers such that his followers are willing to go the extra mile in order to accomplish whatever the leader has in mind. That is what the concept of leadership is about, and that is what a leader is. For a long time, there has been such a huge deficit of quality leadership capital. And so most of the people that have been thrown up to be in the public space and occupying public positions, a lot of them are people who do not even understand the concept of leadership. A lot of them think that leadership is lordship, that leadership is enjoyment of power. They think leadership is throwing tantrums all over the place. They think leadership is celebration of self. And as a result of these traditions of leadership that has been celebrated over a period of time, so a lot of people grow up seeing these characters in the public space who do not have the right concept of leadership, displaying what they consider to be leadership. And so they grow up and they start taking over those types of values. And at the end of the day, there's a total misconception of what leadership is all about. And in my own thoughts, for anybody who's listening to me, leadership is about ability to provide service, ability to be yourself and taking the values you have and impacting society. A leader is somebody who accepts responsibility. Even in your family, you can play the role of a leader. People think leadership is only played at the political space. No, leadership can be displayed. It's just the fact that somebody wants to throw death from the boss, and somebody says, "Please, this is not good," and the person does not throw that death. That person has displayed leadership. I was 19 years old, having finished from government secondary school as senior prophet, and having read the book of Nehemiah in the Bible. I saw one man who left the comfort of the king's palace in order to take the responsibilities of rebuilding his country that was already destroyed and in shame. That concept hit me. I felt, whoa, I have never seen anyone in the public space who displayed some level of sacrifice, commitment to the common good like the gentleman called Nehemiah. And I wanted to replicate the Nehemiah concept. I wanted to raise a new generation of leaders that would think and behave like that man called Nehemiah. It was in the process of doing that I floated Guidance Vision International got me. And interestingly, there was a gentleman called Mr. Chidonozo, who was then Director General, Imo State Broadcasting Corporation. I shared the idea with him, man of integrity, and he said, oh wow, let's do this. And we floated it. It's been 24 years working and grooming leaders in Nigeria, and we impacted over 300,000 young people directly and millions through radio and television. And so the whole idea basically is that no nation makes progress until there's huge investment in leadership capital. You might have the technical skills, you might have all the skills that you think you are the professional, you might have a PhD, but if you don't have sound leadership capital, which is if you don't have sound level of vision, capacity to sacrifice, ability to develop yourself, if you don't have the courage to speak truth to power or the courage to even dare to do things that are not normal, if you don't have the vision factor, you can't make a difference. And this is what society needs in very, very outstanding ways. Right from high school, I was senior prefect and I ran for election and won. In the university, I was the first elected student union government president of my school where I did my first degree. And so I floated something from scratch, an organization, and built it from nothing to a global brand. And after 24 years of teaching leadership, I trained the military, I trained the police, I trained top level of government officials, I trained all kinds of groups and banks. And I said to myself, it is time to model leadership at the political level. Because I realized that a lot of people that have been thrown up politically do not have the preparation in the context of leadership capital to drive progress. A lot of them do try your luck kind of leadership. And that's why there's been a rise of poverty, because people are celebrating self. So they acquire wealth and they don't have any need of those wealth, and they create poverty deliberately. And as a result of that, I felt there's no way that I can be celebrated as the leadership coach, the leadership guru, while in my state there's such a lack of leadership capital. And I decided to, you know what, my goal is to help people come out of poverty. I want to leave a legacy. I'm hungry to touch the lives of the people. I want to build sustainable leadership that has a lot to benefit the people. I want to show class in leadership, that as a governor, you have the responsibility of taking your people, through God's help, out of poverty to wealth. And so you create the innovative platform, you create the economic environment for businesses to thrive, for investors to come and deal with the people. So I envision a world-class state filled with endless possibilities and development. So as I thought about it, I felt, imagine the possibilities of what can happen to Imo State when my kind of person with my right kind of preparation in leadership capital comes into taking care of the government of Imo. I will make a difference, and I'll select the best of teams from around the world, because you know why? I am not insecure. Every great leader that must make progress knows how to assemble the best of teams from the realm of intelligence to the realm of integrity and accomplishment. And so if you have leaders with great honor and integrity working with the leader, we will drive progress, we will drive prosperity, and then we will create a new realm of possibilities for the young people. You know why? Because the young people will see a role model who lives by example, who shows leadership at every point in time, and who is also a coach that will mentor the next generation of Imo people to growth and prosperity and build infrastructure that is sustainable. And at the end of the day, women can feel the impact of governance like never before.